Hello everybody, this is Justin. I'm making a video, a little garden update. I normally post these on my YouTube channel, Ozarks Gardener, but I didn't use it all winter long, and then when I tried to log into it this spring, I couldn't remember the password, or it said I had the incorrect password, which I don't understand because I use the same password for everything. But and for the life of me, I couldn't get into the account. I don't know what the hell happened. So I'll just be posting my garden updates on just my Google account, YouTube page or whatever. So here's the lettuce. Here's the cold frame. I started this lettuce fairly early on. Not real early, but pretty early. I mean, kind of early. I don't remember the date exactly. But as you can see, it's just, I just watered everything. So, but it's just huge. It's freaking huge. It's freaking huge. I mean, this is like a foot tall. The soil is a little more than a foot tall. The soil probably starts at about there, or stops down there. So I mean, this is all lettuce up here. You can see it goes down there a bit, and there's quite a lot in here. It's like we were trying to eat salads, you know, like let's eat more salads, and this is more than we can use. But we've been trading eggs, lettuce for eggs, with some friends of ours who have some chickens. They like our fresh lettuce, we like their fresh eggs, so we've been trading, which is cool. Commerce, economics, woohoo! Anyway, so over here I've got these cages on still. I'll probably take them off pretty soon when things start getting a little bigger. But I've got tomatoes all along here to grow up the trellis. Right down here, if you can see them, I've just got my bush beans just popping up. I planted them, I don't know, a week or week and a half ago, and they're all popping up right in line like little soldiers, and that's exciting. This is all my carrots over here. There's quite a few of them. It's 3 different kinds. Then these little guys are Swiss chard, and I have quite a bit of them because I really like Swiss chard, and it grows really well during the summer. And they're really little because I had a few that I put out early on that died when we had a frost, and it wasn't the frost that killed them. I covered everything up, and I left the plastic cover over these cages for 2 days, and on the second day it got kind of hot, and some of the younger, littlest plants got scorched and died. So anyway, right there is just popping up is some squash. I got 2 varieties of heirloom squash this year. A patty pan squash, which is like the little round saucer shaped ones. They look like a little UFO. It's like a pale yellow colored one. And then I got these, they're just coming up over here. Just an Italian variety of like striped zucchini. They have like the white stripes running up and down the sides of them. Then over here, tomatoes. I started all these tomatoes inside from seed. They're all heirlooms and organic and all that business. But I started seeds inside and I transplanted them out a while ago, and some of them are doing quite well. I got some really dark leaves getting on these guys, and they're getting some thick stalk down there. And they're going to be nice and sturdy. I'm going to run them up this trellis and see what we get. I just harvested all this empty space right around here. I just harvested a bunch of bok choy and radishes and a couple different kinds of bok choy. What I have left is this is a white Siberian kale. There's another one of those over there. There's some collard greens right there, and there's a variety of kale called Cavolo Nero, or black kale, or Tuscan kale. It's got a bunch of different dinosaur kale, a bunch of different names. I don't know why. And down here, got some spinach that's doing pretty good. It's getting a little bit bigger. It's starting to put out some good sized edible leaves. These big guys right here are turnips, and last year I didn't have very good luck with the turnips. They grew lots of greens, which is good. I like eating those, but they didn't grow any bulb, no root. So that was kind of a, oh well. But I'll grow them just for the greens even. I like the greens and they're good for you. Down here is a little baby parsley plant, because initially I planted some parsley seeds here and they were taking too long, and I had to transplant this kale out. And so I was like, screw it, dug it up, planted the kale, and I said maybe those parsley seeds will come up. And it looks like a couple of them did. Right there, and right here. So anyway, and then there's this dinosaur kale. And then these little guys here are in the same boat as the parsley. I planted them here originally, and they were taking too long to come up. So I said, forget it, because I needed to transplant this little guy. And but I believe these are mustard greens. Mustard, like an oriental mustard green. Down here, this little guy right here is one okra plant. I planted one okra plant. I didn't do well with okra last year. I planted like 2 or 3 plants. They didn't grow anything. I said, screw it, I'll try it one more time. So I planted one. Not the best chances, but whatever. I'm all about just experimenting and having a good time out here in the garden. I like to grow weird things that not everyone has. That's why they're all heirloom varieties. I don't want to buy this or grow the same stuff I can buy at the store. All these kales and collard greens were all started inside as well under some shop lights. Right here, all this is beets. Right along here. There to there. 3 different kinds of beets, same kinds I grew last year. Just a Detroit red beet, a Chiyogo, which is like pink and white circles on the inside, which is cool looking, and it's a mild flavor. And then the gold beets, which are my favorite. They're delicious. Then over here is the white Siberian kale, collard green, and another black Tuscan kale. I got a lot of kale because I'm trying to eat the healthiest foods, and that's kale. It's about the healthiest thing for you. Just the dark leafy greens, kale and collards and all that. And there's a little baby, you can see, okay, there's a little baby Tuscan kale, black kale, dinosaur kale, down there as well. He was one of the ones that got burnt up pretty bad because he was still pretty small. But I figured he might come back, and he has put on a few little leaves. This guy's doing pretty well. He kind of got burnt up too, but he's getting bigger. Like, I'm thinking in I don't know, a few weeks, in a month, these things are going to be pretty huge. Have some big leaves. Freaking huge. Then over here, more tomatoes. I got 2 bush type tomatoes right here that aren't going to be grown up at trellis. They'll be grown in a cage, a tomato cage, and these are called Amish paste tomato. It's like a Roma variety. It's good for canning and making marinara sauce and that kind of stuff. And then over here is all tomatoes again, and this little guy snapped over in some heavy wind after I first put him out, but you know what, it's cool because I got a backup inside. I got a backup Missouri pink love apple tomato. I got besides the Amish paste, I have black cherry, which are little purpley blacky cherry tomatoes. I got yellow pear tomatoes, which are little cherry tomatoes, but they're pear shaped and they're bright yellow and they're super sweet and delicious. That's what these 2 guys here are. I'm pretty sure. I kind of forget sometimes where I planted this stuff. It's guerrilla gardening, but yeah. So, but these guys are looking real healthy and big and putting on some good dark leaves, so they should produce great. And then the other varieties of tomatoes I got were Arkansas Traveler and Missouri Pink Love Apple, which are both the kinds that I'm growing up the trellises here, and that's an indeterminate variety, and those are both heirloom varieties from this region, from the Ozarks, and so I wanted to give those a try because I thought, you know, they were developed in this area, so they probably should do well here in my garden. So that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how things are going so far this year. I mean, I've already been eating out of the garden for a little while. We've been having lettuce and radishes and a little bit of other greens with some bok choy. I had some little tiny miniature bok choys that were like fit in the palm of my hand here. They were like that big, and that was full grown. There was just like a special miniature variety that I bought some seeds for. They grew real fast, like it took like a month, just like the radishes. So all in all, pretty pleased with how things are going in the garden back here. We did have a tree. You can see kind of a mound there in front of all those logs on the ground. We had a tree removed, and the garden's getting much better light now, so that's awesome. So that's it for this update. This is the best thing so far, the biggest thing. So that's it, and I'll hit you guys back next time. Thanks, bye.